left that leg in now.
Going out. So just show you, just wind your awning out here, and you can see the awning actually going out there. Now we've one leg down, and we're just going to show you the other leg on the far side. See if we can get a look at it here. You can see the legs normally clipped on like that there, and it's in flush to the awning. That's the way it should be before you screw it back in. Always make sure it's flat here, and it pulls out then. See the way it just pulls out there and just drops down, and it's just a wee lock there. Now just slide down your leg and away you go then. So that's your awning leg, and then just reverse it back again the way it was. You can see now the way it just pushes in on both sides. That's the way it should be, and the leg on the other side do the exact same with that, and just wind it back in again. Right, just clip that in, and that's it, ready to wind, and it'll wind in itself the whole way, and that'll be it. That's the job. So we're in a wee quick look here in your engine. Now it's all been serviced. You've got all the filters, air, fuel and oil filters been changed. This 3-litre engine runs with a timing chain, so you've no timing chain issues. The only thing you're really going to have to be looking at really is your I don't know if you can see that, it's a bit sort of dark here. That's your window wash fill there, and your dipstick's down the front there. You can see the dipstick and your oil cap. And then over this side here, if you ever have to jump start the van, you put your positive on here off your jump lead, and put the negative on to the front of this here, or any sort of metal bit on the frame of the engine. But that there's your positive for jump starting, and this wee cover covers it. So that's really all there is in your engine bay. So right now we're just looking at your gas cylinder. These fans always run on propane, so don't be changing them over to the yellow butane. It's easy enough. You just turn the valve here at the top, that switches off your gas. And then you can screw off your hose. That there, you can see the arrow on it there. It loosens clockwise. It's opposite to the normal thread, and it tightens anti-clockwise. And we've left you a spanner here to do that as well. So to say that loosens clockwise and it tightens anti-clockwise. And you just once you turn off that valve there, there's no more gas going onto the van. So in this wee door now next to see your gas compartment, this next one here, that lifts up there, and this wee clip holds it to stop that hitting you in the head. And then in here you have your EBL box with all your 12-volt fuses. That's your main control box. So if you have any fuses going, that's where they are. That one at the end, see the pump? When you're winterizing the van, you can nearly pull that one out, so you can switch on the van without the pump running. With a good enough wee tip, that wee one at the very end, the wee brown one. And that's your 2 leisure batteries. And they've all been tested as well. And you have storage right through. You can see right through to the far side. So along here now you have that's your water fill, and that's your diesel cap. Now the only fucking danger here is somebody putting water in here or putting diesel in here, so always try to do that yourself rather than giving it to somebody at a filling station, because you can see the 2 caps are exactly the same. So we're just in the compartment here behind the back wheel, and you can see your valves here. That's your wastewater valve, see the big grey one? And to open that, you just turn it straight. Now remember, I was on to you about winterizing the van. This van's got 2 extra valves. See the wee blue ones? You can loosen them there. You can open them by turning them just anti-clockwise. You can see their water coming out the bottom. So that's an extra. These here are 2 extra valves that you can open up just to let any excess water in your pipes out onto out of the van when you're winterizing them. So they're 2 extra ones. And then you have your red push down valve that you have inside. Your jack and wheel braces here in the boot, and then your blow up kit as well. So there's a compressor inside that, along with fluid for fixing a puncture, and that's your jack and wheel brace. So you can see the way all the wee clips work. See, they're just in behind the wee door. That's what holds your doors up. The toilet cassette's in here. It's handy enough, it just pulls out. The only thing you have to make sure that the shutter's closed inside before you pull out your toilet. It's straightforward enough, it just clips back in again there. And you know yourself, you have the empty in the cap, you'll not be long getting used to it. So, and you've a wee bit of space in there for chemical and stuff. And that's your new 2 bike rack. It just pulls down and it clips back up again. You have your bars for your crossbars for your 2 bikes. and it just pushes back up, so simple as that. And on this side here, on the right hand side of the van, you just see the flap here for plugging in the van. And your door just locks. Sorry, you see your hab door and you're inside, it just locks that way there. And you can see all these keys here. We don't, the door locks that way, and always bring the key back to the middle before you pull it back out. You'll damage the lock, and then lock it that way and it comes back to the middle. But always bring the key back straight before you pull the key out. The last wee thing, you'll know where it is yourself anyway, it's just your step switch here. If you leave the step out, you'll get a buzzer coming on when you switch on the engine. So I think that's it really everything, folks. You can give us a ring if there's anything you have problems with, and good luck with your new van.